I wanted to talk about this movie because
Yeah.
for a very short period, because I love movies,
Uh-huh.
and I was very disappointed in this one because it was up. I think at the Golden Globes it had a lot of nominations,
Yeah, I had
and
in
it
the
did win
Oscars.
something. And at the Oscars it had a lot of nominations and didn't win much at all. And I think it was for a good reason, because I don't think this movie was good. So do you want to say the name of the movie? Maybe we should.
Yeah.
It's 1917. So I don't really like war movies, but I do like them in a way, like the classical ones,
Like what?
like
Which
Full Metal
classic
Jacket,
ones?
Platoon, even like I think it was called the Thin Red Line, which is Terrence Malick, which is
I don't know in English
it's
because in
yeah.
Spanish they changed the names like.
I know, but for me it was the same for years. Like I knew the name in French, and I didn't know the title in English, and I had to figure out. Which is like a good topic we should have someday. Like how we grew up with, like especially for me with dubbed movies, which means I was used to have a French voice on like Bruce Willis, Sylvester Stallone, and then when you discover the real voice,
and you get disappointed.
yeah.
For me, it was like that.
Like Bruce Willis' voice in the French VO artist. He just died yesterday, actually.
Really?
He was so charismatic and such a great voice that it's true that, and I think Bruce Willis has a very good voice compared to other actors. Like I can name one that as soon as I heard him, I was like, what is going on? So Bruce Willis has a good voice in English. I think he has a great voice. Is a voiceover artist like the French one that was dubbing him. His voice in French was really, really, really good. It was a very charismatic voice. As soon as you hear him, you could hear Bruce Willis. Like it exactly what you want.
His personality.
Yes.
So who has a
And
really
like the one that is the worst. Like for me, the worst voice for a very famous actor. No, there are two actually. There are two of them. But one that has much better voice in French, even though I don't like the voice in French. It's like Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves.
What?
He has dumb voice.
Dumb voice?
Yes.
Which movie you were watching? Like the first one, like these time travelers? I don't even remember the name of the movie.
I don't care. He still have the voice of a teenage boy, even if he's 50 over 50.
Apologize and go.
I like him. I don't think he's like a great actor, but he's good and he looks like a cool guy. So I don't really care. But his voice in English, the first time I heard his actual voice in a movie, it just ruined the movie and I think it was Matrix probably, because the first time I watched it, it was in French, and I loved that movie. It was one of the best movie theater experience that I had in my life. Like it had everything that I was waiting for in a movie. It was great. It was edgy and forward thinking, whatever. Like a lot of references, and anyway, it was really, really good.
Who is the second actor?
And the other actor that has a really, really dumb voice is Nicolas Cage.
Oh yeah, I cannot stand him.
It's the same type of voice as Keanu Reeves.
No,
they have the same. It's the same register.
No,
it's the same.
No,
they are not the same actors.
Really?
No, but it's easy to shit on Nicolas Cage now because he's not doing anything anymore.
In Netflix, he's doing a lot of.
But I mean, like when he was popular, people were saying, "Oh, he's so great." Like I never liked him, ever. I think
it's just
he's never been a good actor. The only movie that is one of my favorite movies,
Adios a Las Vegas,
and he's the lead actor, is
Goodbye Las Vegas, something like that.
Leaving Las Vegas.
Leaving Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's it's for me. This movie is a masterpiece, even though it's not like it's not a well-rounded masterpiece. But he was great in this movie. He was great, and I think it's not because he's a great actor that he was great in this movie. I think it's because there was a great director making the movie. There are actors, whatever movie they make the best out of it. They can be, directed by a very bad cinematographer or whatever. They a bad director, and they are going to make it good. And then you have very bad actors.
Don't make a good movie.
They don't make any good. Like Nicolas Cage has been in a lot of good movies, but never because of him, ever.
I have never liked any movie.
Like Gone in 60 Seconds.
Not even that one. And I like action movies. I love action movies.
I like this one, but because of Angelina Jolie, I think.
No.
No, I think it was a, it's like Brookheimer.
Contra Cara, like with John Travolta. I think
Face Off.
Face Off. I
Yes.
think that's like that's my type of movie. I mean, I don't ask for too much.
It's funny because Face Off has like you have the fans and you have the people who hate it. I mean, people in the middle. I didn't see.
I mean, I like
Because
the movie.
it's like it was praised. So you are right in my enchanted parentheses right here, because I think this movie is 97 probably. Most likely 97.
I don't remember.
Okay, let's look it out. But John Woo, we were expecting a lot from him because he was brought to the U.S. By probably Tarantino, who was talking about him all the time. And 1997 Face Off, and Face Off is cheesy.
Yeah,
It's not.
But it's just a typical action movie.
It's not realistic. No, not only it's cheesy, it's not realistic.
Cringy?
No, cheesy, like not realistic. The stunt guy, you can see that it's not the actors. Like usually, you make a little bit of efforts to have stunt guys that
look like,
or at least you don't let them enough time for people to recognize.
I
it's
have
not the
to
same
watch
person.
it again to notice this type of things.
But it's a classic. It's like the Verhoeven movie with the mosquitoes, the bugs. What's the name of it? Oh, same thing.
Like the Bruce Willis movies, like Die
Hard.
Those are classic movies.
Yeah, but for different reasons. Like Face Off.
Yeah, but it's a good, like those movies. I like those. I like them.
The thing
a lot.
with Face Off is that you can find and you will recognize all the reasons why people don't like it, but you will still like it. And that's where I am. Like everything about this movie is like it's too much. Like they push on things, and then it's like, oh, look at this beautiful image, and then the white doves or the pigeons, whatever. John Woo needs to have them in the movies, and the church, and and slow motion, and everything's like, this is horrible. But still, you like the movie.
Okay, but you were talking about 1917.
And 1917 is like, I think it was pushed by the majors to be a success, because technically it's
Sam Mendes.
Yes, Sam Mendes,
the director, right?
who is a very good director. We talked about one of his movies with Tom Hanks.
Netflix, yeah, I was watching that movie.
Les Sentiers de la Gloire. I know in French, but the Paths of Glory. I think that's the name.
I'm super bad at remembering.
Anyway, I like Sam Mendes. Of course, is the classic. The one for which he won the Oscar is American. What is it? The one with Kevin Spacey.
Oh, American Beauty.
American Beauty.
That movie is good.
Yes, no, it's really good. 1999,
I think it.
But anyway, so he's a good director. He's got a timepiece, which is I'm not really fond about this type of things, but I do like war movies when they're well done. Apocalypse Now, like you asked me for classic, like Apocalypse Now, like you have such a different dimension about what it is to be in war. But anyway, psychological dimension. Like this one, 1917, it's basically the prowess is that it's supposed to be one long shot.
It is a long shot.
Well, I mean, they did make
You
cuts.
claim that they did a cut.
Yeah, they made cuts. Of course, they have to. It's not like but it's well done.
It's a sequence.
Technically, it's very well done.
Uh-huh.
Okay, good. Technically, it's well done. great. What do you do from there? Like the World War One was like barbaric. Like it was really horrendous.
Mhm.
It was like
Every
the
war.
way. No, but this one in particular, it was right in between. Like they had progress in terms of weapon
The weapons.
and like that were destroying a lot of things, and they were still in the classic way of doing war, and it was a horrible. I mean, war is always an horrible experience, but it was really, really, really bad. And I think the movie,
Mhm.
the picture is very pretty to me. It's too clean,
I don't like.
and
didn't like it.
it didn't like emotionally. Say, please tell how I am when I watch a movie. When there is like one drop of emotion in the movie, I start crying, like
Yeah,
that.
he starts crying.
I'm a crier. I just start crying every time there's something sad in the movie. This movie, nothing. Like I'm sorry. I'm sure they did the best they could, but I don't think the actors. I didn't really care about what was going on for them, and that's the worst thing that can happen in a movie when you don't care
know-
what happened to the characters.
For me, you know what gave me anxiety?
What?
That they don't rest. Like if
Yeah.
I see a movie when the actor, well, the principal character doesn't rest, it gives me anxiety.
Okay, well,
John Wick.
you have issues.
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
John Wick. Oh my god! Like when he's going to sleep, get some rest because he's fighting and killing and waiting to be killed all the freaking movie.
Yeah.
And I think the last one, the only moment he rest is when they cut his finger, and he comes back to USA.
I don't even remember.
No, because I mean it's obvious because he's somewhere in the other part of the world.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. Africa, I don't remember. And then this guy, to prove that he's back and he's loyal, they cut his finger, and then he's like, okay, you have to go back to the US. Of course, I mean it's at least 12 hours of flight, so I hope he could rest in those 12 hours. It gives me anxiety, like 1917.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Not so.
yes, I don't like those movies
Well,
that
that's yeah.
Yeah, but I
a
don't
long
like-
long
I-
shot in real time. So
I don't like. I didn't like that movie.
no, but that's the worst part of it is that you have technically it's really well done, and the fact that it's a long shot, you're supposed to have like an immersive experience and to be with the characters and to feel everything. Like that's the point of doing the
Probably
movie
was
this way.
different,
But the
Probably in the movie theater it was different.
No, the script doesn't hold to the prowess of the technical prowess. Really, the script doesn't hold to that. I'm sorry. I'm and you can see that it was expensive. They spent a lot of time digging all these things.
Oh my god! Yes. Imagine all that.
Yeah.
How many hours do you think they dig to
Yeah.
all the long shot on the trincheras?
No,
I don't know
but-
how you say
and
in
even the
English.
logistics to get this. Well, anyway,
Okay, don't
so
watch the
so
movie.
so for me, it's a long.
Don't watch
A
the
lot
movie.
of hours of work for, and that's when you see that the script is everything. The script is everything, and sometimes you have good actors that don't believe really in the script and they do the movie and you can tell it's not really good because they don't believe in it, or you have the director that wants to go another direction. But anyway, I think the problem is that the script was not strong enough for the money, the efforts they put in it, the money,
all the marketing that they did.
Yeah, but that's.
No, I don't like the movie. No, don't watch. People don't watch the movie.
I mean,
Don't spend $3.99 in any platform.
And I would have loved to love this movie. I would have loved to, but I have nothing good. Like I can't even remember of one great moment when I was like, oh, wow, this is unbelievable. Because if you want to see like one long shot movie that is great technically, I think it's the one that Scorsese put into the map and that we didn't know about. It's called I think it's Soy Cuba or Yo Soy Cuba. It's from the 50s or the 60s. Like technically, it's great. It's and I mean whether you like what it's trying. I mean, there's no really like no real story. I mean, there's a story, but there's no like real acting. It's just going from one protest and things. I don't remember. I watched it like 25 years ago probably, but at least you're not expecting anything else from it.
Because no one talk about it.
Technically, it's great. It's like it's really good to watch. Technically, it's great, and I enjoyed it for what it is because it's not pretending to do more than what it is. While 1917 is pretending to actually tell a story, to actually bring emotions, to actually have great acting when it does not. And that's the problem.
Well, don't watch it.
And again, from a director that
You
does
know
some
which
great
movie I
movies.
really liked? One Night in Paris. It's from Woody Allen.
Midnight in Paris.
Midnight in Paris.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's my second favorite
I
movie.
think it's his last good movies.
It's my second favorite movie.
Really?
One, yes, first is Gladiator. I love
Yes.
that movie. And that's when I fell in love with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
Since that movie, I love.
Okay,
For me, he's
who
Me.
does
Yeah.
fall in love with Joaquin Phoenix in that movie?
Yeah, I have the same comments
It's
from
the
my friends.
violin.
Like, why? Like in all his movies, you like him when he's a tyrant and he wants to have an incest affair with with his sister. That's me. Okay, I love that. I love that movie.
You didn't like her?
Yes, I like her. I like her.
Her was really good. It's really
Yeah,
good.
and Joker. I watched Joker,
Yeah, I can.
which it's really good. It's really good, but we shall discuss that in another because it's really good. It can you
But
can relate.
you told me I cannot watch this movie.
No, you can't because you're very sensitive
and I told you-
towards blood and violence. It's very violent.
It's
There's
not-
this no
it's
not
not-
all
it's
the
not-
movie.
it's
It's
not-
the psychological
Yes,
violence
exactly.
that he applies on himself
Yes.
and to society. But of course, there's also physical violence which you won't tolerate. It's just one really like very strong scene that you won't handle at all.
And I knew that the psychological aspect, like I can see blood if it's just like oh whatever.
No.
I don't like it, but I can.
I mean, it's a good movie.
But the psychological aspect, I know that's why I didn't want to watch it because I'm
Yeah,
pretty
it
sure
is-
that's what
it
they.
is. It is when at the end, it's just he felt, and probably as many
Spoiler?
people. No, as many people. I won't say at the end of the movie. I just say like you feel relief
Mhm.
when you release who you truly are,
Uh-huh. And he's the worst.
and you don't expect society to understand
Mm-hmm.
because you have your own morals.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you feel free, and that's what happened. So that's the way, or that's my point of view. Like you give yourself, or he give himself an authorization to be who he is because the system failed him.
What is it like? Isn't it an authorization to be who he has become?
Because the system failed him as many. It's
Yeah.
You can relate. I
In
mean,
many
it's
different
funny.
levels.
It's funny that you can relate the Joker to
Yeah.
real life, but it's the truth because many people that are homeless or that have mental issues is because the system have failed them.
Mm-hmm.
So the way for them to feel free or to feel better and
Or to
accept
cope with it, yeah.
is just let it go.
Mhm.
I'm not taking any more medication. I'm not taking more therapy because that is causing me more trouble.
Mm-hmm.
It's making me not to fit in. And I don't want to fit in. I just want to be who I am. And that's what happened with Joker. That's my opinion. I'm not saying that's the correct one, but that's how I see them. And that's why many people are afraid to watch the movie because for me, it's like you have so many issues inside me. I have demons that probably if I just don't care,
Yeah.
people will like start looking at, oh,